Coming up Thursday, December 4th, Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Make sure to catch it.
And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Carter Williams.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
Rockets leading by 16. Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Carter Williams is out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
And so it's Milwaukee now, following the score by Houston. A shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. And poor shot selection there, not a high percentage look for him.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Dishes it to Middleton.
Analytics has become a huge part of the NBA, and one element of that jumps out at me is basically the cameras that track every movement of every player and can provide info on when exactly a player gets tired to how much of their time on the floor they are actually running instead of standing around.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Harden kicks to Brewer. Jones sets the pick for Brewer. He feeds it to Jones.
Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, that didn't go down, but those are exactly the plays coaches like to see.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Milwaukee. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Bucks trail by 18. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Here's Middleton. That one off the back iron and out.
That's one he knows he should have made.
It's Solomon to Kumbo to the inside. Parker, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. That's on Dwight Howard.
Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And back to the camera system you were talking about. Some teams using it more than others, but they are starting to find and use all sorts of data, Steve, from those cameras.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear how different teams are using that technology. Some teams use it to check on the club's spacing. You'll see how many times a guy is dribbling the ball compared to the season before. That's what the Celtics did with Rondo. It's really interesting. It's a tremendous amount of data to process. But the trick is, making it work, making it mean something.
Well, Steve, a silver lining to last season for the Bucks, the surprising play of their rookie, the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo.
The youngest player in the NBA last season made a huge leap, and the potential is just incredible. The wingspan, the length, the speed. He has a chance to be special.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And for the Milwaukee Bucks, you might say it's been 4 decades since they've had a truly transcendent talent. It's still early, but the guy they call the Greek Freak, has that potential. I mean, at his size with his perimeter skills, the sky is the limit for Giannis.
It's Harden with the drive, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
And you look at the frame of Antetokounmpo, 6'9" on draft day with a 7'3" wingspan. They say he's still growing. He could be over 7 feet tall when all is said and done, and he's got good ball handling skills. He could actually be an elite talent.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. Really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Middleton dishes to Carter Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Parker. Rockets with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
And Harden is a great passer. But last season it...
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Here's Carter Williams following the score by Houston. Now the dish to Antetokounmpo. Carter Williams against Ariza. Here's Middleton. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Chris Middleton in his second NBA season starting for the Milwaukee Bucks and providing some much-needed perimeter shooting. The former 39th overall pick in 2012, showing he belongs in the NBA.
Middleton making the adjustment to NBA three-point range in year 2.
Yeah, and that was vital for him, Kevin, because he needed to stretch his range out. He's a smooth offensive player, and he's able to go off the dribble with a nice pull-up, but hasn't developed as a finisher inside, so that three-point shot's important for him. You know, last year the Bucks knew that to make the playoffs would be a real stretch. Strange, kind of, when you consider the year before, 2013, they had gotten to the playoffs, but it just goes to show you things change quickly in the NBA.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Corey Brewer. Both shots good from the stripe. Well, as you guys are talking about, the winds of change can stir things up in a hurry in the NBA, and the Bucks are hoping things can change for the better, Steve, just as fast.
Well, luckily, with the pick they got and the changes they made, I mean, they're in a much better position this year. The postseason's still probably a stretch, but, you know, not completely out of the question in the Eastern Conference.
Bucks trail by 18. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, you know, Dwight Howard has gone through his share of nicknames over the years, and some of his names have been self-imposed. But Coach Kevin McHale has taken to calling him Big Horse. I'm not sure. We'll see if that one catches on.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the right side. Here's Middleton, defended by Beverley. Middleton can't get it to go.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Steve, what do you think of that nickname, Big Horse, for Howard? Did that do anything for you?
Not really, Kevin. In fact, it's the first time I've ever heard of it. I just prefer to think of him as Dwight Howard. Did that do anything for you?
No.
As you would expect from Steve, ever the straight guy.
And here is Carter Williams after Trevor Ariza just hit the three. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Carter Williams. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Patrick Beverley is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much pit bull in him and how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer, He's basically a three-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
That's good from Beverly. And Patrick Beverly, a nice find for the Houston Rockets, makes an ideal pairing with Harden in the backcourt.
Yeah, he sure does, Kevin, because he's tough, he's defensive-minded. He's a good complement to Harden, and I think any team in the league would love to have him just because of that toughness and that competitive desire.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Both free throws good from Beverly.
Well, you look at Patrick Beverly, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. And he's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
Now here's Dudley. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Rockets.
But Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
Well, one thing about this win, it assures that they will not lose the season series. They only meet once more, of course, as interconference opponents.
And Steve, when it is just a two-game season series, the team winning game one has a bit of an edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it once more.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for James Harden. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got. Well, Beverly learned pressure defense back in high school as the lead guard in a 1-2-2 press. To prepare his team to play that way, his coach had them running stairs, running around the school nonstop for an hour every day. And Beverly still fanatical about his conditioning. And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Bucks passing it around. Ilyasova. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
At the line for your Bucks, Ersan Ilyasova. At the line for two.
First free throw is good. Houston making a switch here. And both free throws good for Ilyasova. On the wing, Brewer. Pass to McDaniels. Right at the free throw line, and the miss. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Dwight, the team seemed to surge in the second half with a renewed life. What did you tell the guys during halftime?
I just told our guys we got to finish the game. They're a good team, and we don't want to let them get close. So we did a good job of playing our game tonight, and not rushing. We got to go win.
Dwight, congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Thanks for joining us. Now it's time for the Jordan Player of the Game.